Our home was built in 1900, and it is a two-story house with a full basement under it. It was moved out there. It was originally on South Clark Street, where the hospital is now. And when they moved it out there and set it down, there was no insulation in it, and at that time, there was not a central furnace. And when we moved in, the house had been vacant for about 6 years. And we got a furnace put in right away and got what we thought was some insulation put in. And as it turned out, it was not more than about 2 inches worth of insulation. It was not enough to do any good. And our furnace went out. My husband passed away recently, and a few days later, our furnace went out. And when I called a company to come in and look at it, they told me that it could not be fixed. So I set about trying to figure out what I was going to do. And that's when I found out there was a lot of help out there. The process was not quick, but it was not difficult to do. The application for LEAP is 9 pages long, but it's general information about anyone living in the home. You do need to furnish information such as your driver's license, birth certificate, a couple of bank statements, and the length of time you've lived in the home, any special needs for anyone who lives in the home. And that's pretty much it. I had a couple of questions, and when I went in, the people helped me immediately. I had no problem getting some help. And they told me that they would look through it while I was still there to make sure that everything was correct. So it's not a difficult thing to do. It's just a little bit time consuming. When I was told that it would be a good idea for me to apply to LEAP, my first reaction was no. I'm not going to do it. I won't qualify, and I don't want to be embarrassed by filling out this huge application and then being turned down. But I was amazed when they told me that with my income, I would qualify, because I thought I earned too much money to qualify. And so I qualified for it, and they paid a part of my bill also, in addition to weatherizing my house. And then when I went to Energy Share, that application is very easy to fill out. It took me probably 15 or 20 minutes. This is a very short application. And the next day, they called me and told me that I'd been approved. And I didn't think I would be able to get assistance from either agency. The people from Weatherization came in. There was a crew of 2, and then some days a crew of 3. But they came in around 8:30 to 9 o'clock in the morning. They got busy immediately. At 3 o'clock, they tidied everything up and left. They didn't interact with us unless they had a question or unless we spoke to them. But they got right to work. It was very easy. They went out to eat their lunch in their truck, and if it hadn't been for all the noise and the drilling and blowing the insulation in, we probably would not have known they were there.